Okay, so we are in exercise 13.1 of page 244. I'm taking up the first problem. Let me read the problem. Two cubes, each of volume 64 centimeter cube, are joined end to end. Find the surface area of the resulting cuboid. So there are two cubes which are kept end to end. What do you mean by end to end? They are adjacent to each other. That means there is no gap between the two cubes. So when I'm talking about the cubes, it's placed something like this. So this is how the two cubes are placed. This is the first cube and this is the second one. I hope you are able to see the cubes. When they are placed next to each other without a gap, what is the resulting solid that you're getting here now? This is cube 1, this is cube 2. When I attach both of them, is there a new solid created?
Cuboid.
There is a cuboid created. What they want is find the surface area of the resulting cuboid. They are talking about surface area. So if it is not specified as the CSA, 1 minute, somebody is getting added. Why is the camera getting on, Aditya? Okay, so when I am talking about the surface area in general, it means that we are talking about the total surface area. Unless it is specified as the lateral surface area or the curved surface area, you must always understand the mention is about the total surface area. So when they are talking about the surface area of the resulting solid, it means I need to find the TSA of the solid. This is what I want. I want the TSA of the cuboid. Alright. Now to find the TSA of the cuboid, I should have its length. This will be the length of the cuboid which is formed. This is the breadth and this is the height. Only when I have these three dimensions, I would be able to find the TSA of the cuboid. Now I don't have them. How will I find it? There is some other information which is given. Two cubes each of volume 4 centimeter cube. So volume of cube. There are two cubes, so volume of one cube is 64 centimeter cube. From this volume, can I find the edge of the cube?
Yes, ma'am.
What is the volume of a cube?
A
cube.
cube.
A cube. So A cube is equal to 64. Where your A means this is the edge of the cube. So can I find out A? Using this A cube is 64 means A will be the cube root of 64. Which number multiplied 3 times with itself will give you 64?
4.
Which number? 4. 4 into 4 into 4 will give me 64. Correct?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so here A will be 4 centimeter. So now that you got the edge of the cube as 4 centimeters, will you be able to now find out the length, breadth and the height of the resulting cuboid? Length bekadre eradu kade those two cubes are joined together. So what will be the length of the resulting cuboid? This is A.
2A.
Another A. So length will be 2 times A. Correct? What about the breadth? It will be simply A because this is the edge of the cube and height is also equal to A itself. Because the edge of the cube becomes the edge or the breadth and the height of the cuboid. So your L is 2A means it will be 8. Your breadth is again A itself means 4 and the height will be 4. So now I know that the length of the cuboid is 8 centimeters, the breadth is 4 centimeters and the height is again 4 centimeters. From the figure you are able to get it. Cuboid adar the length matra 2 times the length of the cube agate. The width and the height will remain the same as that for the cube. That's how I got my L as 8, breadth as 4 and the height as 4. Now I have the L, B and H. Can I find the TSA of the cuboid? What is the formula for the TSA of the cuboid?
2 into LB plus BH plus HL.
LB plus BH plus HL. Now substitute it and find out fast one. All the three I have given you, the length, breadth and the height. Put it back in the formula, simplify and tell me quickly. Come on.
160 centimeters square.
be LB. LB means 8 into 4 plus BH 4 into 4. Again, HL will be 4 into 4. 4 into 8. LB,
Ma'am.
BH, HL.
Ma'am, 160 centimeter square.
32 plus 60 plus 32. Correct? So that will give me 2 times 80. Right? That will give me a 160 centimeter square or centimeter cube.
Centimeter square.
Why centimeter square?
This
Ma'am,
is
it's
area.
area, not
This is
volume.
the area that we are calculating. Only the volume is given in cubic units. Alright, so this is such a simple problem. But for this, you must know this formula, that is the volume of cube, and you should know this formula also. You understand why I am telling you that the formula is very important? Here you have a combination. 2 cubes form a cuboid. That is the only thing you have learned this year. The formula for volume of cube is already known to me. The formula for TSA of a cuboid is known to me. I have applied my knowledge of combination of solids to arrive at the area of a cuboid, provided I know its length, breadth and the height. Followed? Now we'll move on to the next, at least 4 problems we have to do in a 40 minutes class. Okay, I'm taking the third one. The third question. Maybe I will do the second also. First, let me do the third one. Everywhere, mensuration, I have told you in class 9 itself, the figure should neatly come in the center of the page and all your calculation and the simplification will come below that. I hope you're following that. Are you? No, I do a diagram somewhere, but only I do it. Like a rough sketch I have drawn, something I have scribbled. Please don't do all this. I can't be instructing you every time. All our latecomers, I don't know where they would be. And when they come also, they will come like, so they will keep their cameras on. Okay, let me go to the third problem. A toy is in the form of a cone of radius 3.5 centimeters mounted on a hemisphere. So there is a cone sitting on the hemisphere. So you have to visualize this. So how will your toy look like? You have a cone which is sitting over a hemisphere like this. You should get it like this neatly. A cone is sitting over a hemisphere. What is the speciality when a cone is sitting over a hemisphere?
Ma'am, they will have same radii.
The radius of the base of the cone and the radius of the hemisphere. Eradu face correct coincide ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ. Can you see that? The radius of the base of the cone will be the same as the radius of the hemisphere. Alright, that is why it is exactly sitting over that hemisphere. The cone is sitting on the hemisphere and this is how you should imagine that they are exactly coinciding and sitting over one another. So the radius of the cone is given as 3.5 centimeters. Okay, so this is 3.5. Mounted on a hemisphere of the same radius. So this length is also 3.5. Is that clear? This 3.5, this is also 3.5. Because both their radii are the same. The total height of the toy. So the height of the toy starts from here and it goes on till here. This is the total height of the toy. That means from the vertex of the cone till the base of the hemisphere. This will be the total height of the cone. That is given to be 15.5 centimeters. Okay. So from this 15.5 and the 3.5, can you go and find out what will be the height of the cone? HC I will write, H suffix C. Say that it is the height of the cone. This distance totally is 15.5. This distance is 3.5. Can I find out this height of the
Minus 5.
5 minus 3.5, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
From the 15.5, if I remove this 3.5, I'll get the height of the cone. So that is nothing but 12 centimeters. How? 15.5 minus 3.5 will give you 12. So I got the dimensions of the cone as well as that for the hemisphere. Hemisphere के only dimension, that is the radius. But when you come to the cone, you will have the radius and you should have the height also. Maybe you will require the slant height depending on what is asked. So what is asked? Find the total surface area of the toy. So surface area of the toy Bengamandi. So how many surfaces does this toy have? Please imagine that it is a hemispherical base.
Ma'am, CA of cone and CC.
So the total surface area of the toy, the TSA of the toy, will be equal to, there are two surfaces that you should be able to imagine. The curved surface of the cone. Alva, the cone, the entire surrounding of the cone, that is the CSA, plus the CSA of the hemisphere. The CSA of the cone and the CSA of the hemisphere will totally make the TSA of the toy. Am I correct? TSA of the toy will be CSA of cone plus CSA of hemisphere. Am I right in the statement? Please think and tell me.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Do I
ma'am.
need the CSA of the hemisphere or the TSA of the hemisphere? Similarly, should I take TSA of the cone or only the CSA of the cone? Toy
Ma'am, only
paint the surface of the toy. Which is the surface I will paint? This surface of the cone, that is the CSA, and this surface of the hemisphere. So I will not require this base at all. This is covered. On the hemisphere, the cone is sitting, so this circular base which is there, which is inside. So that is not contributing to the surface area of the toy. That is why it is CSA of cone plus the CSA of the hemisphere. Correct? Now you go and calculate each of these areas separately. Then we can add them finally. So let me go to the CSA of cone. CSA of cone. Let me first write CSA of cone. What is the formula?
Pi RL.
Pi R.
L. Do I have the L with me?
Ma'am, lateral surface
That
area.
height is not given. Lateral surface baralla. When the solid is a cylinder, cone, or a solid having curved surfaces, they will not have lateral surface. They will have only CSA. Okay. So when I'm talking about CSA of the cone, I know it is pi RL, but L is not there. I have not calculated the L. What is L? Is equal to R square plus H square. So first step, please calculate the slant height and tell me. R is there, 3.5, H is 12. Come on. Square root of 12 square plus 3.5 square. 3.5 square. 35 square.
25 by 2 or 12.5.
12.5.
Aha, istu bega banta. How? What is 3.5 square? First tell me. Ade gottilla. 12.25 plus 144.
To 12.5 square. 12.5.
156.25. Oh, how did you find the square root of a decimal number so fast?
Ma'am, 7 by 2.
I'm 12.25.
Okay, you can take it as 7 by 2 also, no problem. Take it as 49 by 4 plus 144, cross multiply, get the denominator. Fine, if you can do it like that, I have no problem. Otherwise, 156.25 also, it is not very difficult to find out the square root. Anyway, finally, you must get it as 12.5 centimeters. Anyway, you do, right? 33.5 is 7 by 2, cross multiply, find the common denominator, take the square root, that's one way. Otherwise, just multiply your 3.5 as 12.25 and 12 square is 144. 156.25, the square root is 12.5. So first step done, you got the slant height. So CSA of cone is pi, the value is given as 32 by 7. R, if you want to write it as 7 by 2 because I am seeing a 7 in the denominator. And this you are taking it as 12.5 or you can see it as 25 by 2, correct? If you have seen it as 25 by 2, also I am happy because I can cancel the numbers here. What do I cancel? I go on for 11. Then it is a 5.5 into 25.
137.5.
Yes, please complete it.
137.5.
137.5 or 275 by 2. If you want to leave it as 275 by 2, you leave it. Otherwise, write it as 137.5 so many centimeters square. Next, coming to the CSA of hemispherical part. Again, we have to recall the formula first. CSA of hemisphere, what is the formula?
2 pi r square.
Yes,
2 pi r.
2 by 7. Write the r square as 7 by 2 into 7 by 2 for your easy cancellation, that's all. Otherwise, also you will have a 77 centimeter square here. Therefore, PSA of toy will be a 137.5 plus 77. That will give you
14.5.
4.5 centimeter square.
2.5 hour.
214.5.
214.5 centimeter square. So this will be your total surface area of the toy. Okay, next we will take up second one also we will do it and come. Because again it is a cylinder over a hemisphere. Go back to the second one. Draw the figure, let me see. Can I clear the board? I hope you will see the video later or take a screenshot and leave it with you so that we at least do 4 problems per day. Otherwise, it's going to become very, very difficult to complete these exercises. When we have the statistics part waiting still. Okay, this was the second one. Let me go through the problem. A vessel is in the form of a hollow hemisphere mounted by a hollow cylinder. So, a hemisphere is mounted by a hollow cylinder. So, again, you will have a hemisphere bottom with a cylinder sitting over it. Previously, you had a cone sitting over a hemisphere. Now, you have a cylinder sitting over a hemisphere. Let us see what are the dimensions given. The diameter of the hemisphere is 14 centimeters. The diameter of the hemisphere. So, this is totally given as 14 centimeters. So, what can I tell about the radius?
7 centimeter.
Radius will be 7. So, this also is 7. Alright. So, the radius of the hemispherical and the cylindrical part is 7 centimeters each. The diameter of the hemisphere is 14 and the total height of the vessel is 13. Total height. So, I must start from here to this part. This total height is given as 13 centimeters. Okay. So, now using the total height and the radius of the hemisphere, can I find out what will be the height of the cylindrical part? So, this will be the height of my cylinder. Right? This is the height of the cylinder. Height of cylinder, HCl. What will be the height of the cylinder? Total height of the toy is 13. This part is 7. So, can I find out what will be the height of the cylinder?
6 centimeter.
6 centimeter.
Minus
Centimeter.
so, that should be
6 centimeter.
6 centimeter. If it is required or not, we don't know. We'll see what is given to us. Now, using all this, find the inner surface area of the vessel. What is inner surface area? We must first understand. I'm running short of time, at least one more problem. Okay. Still somebody is getting admitted. My God. Okay. Now I want the inner surface area. And then if I see from the top, whatever area is visible to me, that area I want. So when you peep into this toy, it is hollow, means it is kali. When you peep into this toy, which are the two surfaces you will see? Please imagine that. Keep this toy in front of you and you're peeping into it like this. Which are the two surfaces you will see?
From CSA of cylinders.
The curved surface of the cylinder. On the side allirodalla curved surface of the cylinder. Matte kelagirode what is there at the bottom?
CSC of
hemisphere.
CSA of the hemisphere. So I can say
CSC of hemisphere.
the total surface area of the toy, or I can tell the inner surface area of toy will be equal to CSA of cylinder plus CSA of hemisphere. Correct? Are you able to imagine this? You may later, if you are going to look at the toy inside, you will see this curved surface and this curved surface. This is the curved surface of the cylinder and this is the curved surface of the hemisphere. So substitute the formulas and then find out the total inner surface area of the toy. If you want to do it separately, you can do it. Otherwise, just substitute here only. CSA of cylinder is 2 pi RH. This is CSA of hemisphere pi r square. Why I am writing it together? Because this pi r and all are common factors. I don't have to multiply that 2 times. So I will take the pi r out. This will be 2h plus r. If you want, you can simplify like this because I am multiplying 2 times. Otherwise, if you take a common factor out, the multiplication is reduced to 1 time. If you want to do it like this, otherwise you can, like the previous problem, you can find the CSA of cylindrical part first, then the hemispherical part, add them both together, you will get the result. So pi I am substituting as 22 by 7, r is 7, 2 times h, 2 into 6, plus the 7. So this will become 22 by 7 into 7 into, this is 12 plus 7, maybe a 19.
572.
So you will have a 22 into 19. Yes?
Mom, CSA of hemisphere is 2 pi r
2
square.
pi r.
Mom,
Yes, ma'am, 2 pi r square.
Remove this 2, is it? I'm sorry. Okay, then we can remove
Mom,
it.
even you mentioned 22 by 7 into 7, you have not mentioned h.
Where I have not mentioned h. 2 into h is 2 into 6. No. This 2, yeah,
Mom, that
I take care. I have to multiply this with 2. What is your doubt? I didn't follow. I missed the 2 there, correct. What else? 2 pi r is a common factor. So, okay, h will be. Sorry, yeah. This h will be. It will be only a 6 plus 7. Anything else that I have missed? Oh, this will be a 13. Correct now? 44 into 13. Yeah, it should be 13 by 22. Are you getting it?
Yes, ma'am.
If you want to do it separately, you can do it and add. I did it because there are some things which are common. Why should I multiply 2 times? I'm reducing the time. But if you're convenient doing it separately, please do it separately and add. No problem. Okay, one more problem can we take up? We have another 5 minutes. Okay, maybe the capsule problem I'll take it. In case I'm not able to finish the simplification, you may have to complete. Now look at that problem number 6. A capsule. At least I will give you the idea, the simplification you can do. A medicine capsule is in the shape of a cylinder with 2 hemispheres stuck to each of its ends. The length of the entire capsule is 14 millimeters and the diameter of the capsule is 5 millimeters. Find its surface area. So what you have as a solid is a cylinder with 2 hemispheres at each end. Can you imagine? This is how the capsule will look like. So you will have the total length of the capsule is 14 millimeters, and the diameter of each of these hemispheres is given as 5 millimeters. This is 5 millimeters. This is also 5. So from this, you should be able to get the total surface area of the capsule. So first we have to find out the length of the cylindrical part is to be. Okay, now the radius will be 5 by 2.
Ma'am, 9 millimeter.
And 5 by 2 and 5 by 2. Yeah, what's the problem?
9 millimeter is the length of cylinder.
Okay, because you have this total length is 14. From here you are removing a 5 by 2. From here you are removing a 5 by 2, the radius. So 5 by 2 plus 5 by 2. That means it's 2.5 plus 2.5, again 5. From 14, if you remove the 5, what should you have as the length of the cylindrical part?
9 mm.
The length of the cylindrical part will be 9 mm.
9 millimeter.
Okay, now for the cylinder and the hemisphere, both you have the dimensions. The radius of the cylinder is 5 by 2 and the height of the cylinder is 9. Here the hemisphere, the radius is 5 by 2, which is 2.5. Now I want the total surface area of capsule. So the capsule is having 3 surfaces. Can you see that? Which are the 3 surfaces we are talking about? The calculation part you must take care. I am just showing you what are the 3 surfaces. The curved surface of the cylinder, the curved surface of this hemisphere 1 and the curved surface of hemisphere 2. So there are 3 areas. The CSA of the capsule will be CSA of cylinder plus CSA of hemisphere 1. If this I call as hemisphere 1 and this I call as hemisphere 2, then it will be CSA of hemisphere 2. So you can calculate them separately or you can put them together and find the sum. So this part of the simplification I hope you will be able to do. So first you will be substituting the formula, that is 2 pi RH plus 2 pi r square plus 2 pi r square. So 2 hemispheres will make 1 full sphere. So that will how it is going to become 4 pi r square. So 2 pi RH plus 4 pi r square will be the TSA of your capsule. So I think I can take it as 2 pi RH plus 4 pi r square. So the 2 pi r is a common factor, that will be h. 2 and pi is gone, so you have 2 r. 2 pi r is gone, so what is remaining is 2 r. So just substitute for r and h. Your final answer should be total surface area of the capsule should come out to be 220 millimeters square. Simplify this and see if you are getting 220 millimeters square. So we are almost running short of time. We have somehow crawled and finished the 4 problems here. Be in time for tomorrow's class so that the recall should happen in first 3-4 minutes and we should take up the problems. So I think we will stop here so that there is no confusion.